Hello, hello. I have only got a couple minutes, but I wanted to jump on here real quick. I had an unexpected ice yarns haul. So I didn't order it. I didn't have to pay the crazy shipping or anything like that. Actually, a friend had reached out and we're doing a little bit of a trade. So she asked me if I could kind of show her how to edit a long form videos because she wants to get started doing that. And I was like, she asked what she could pay me. And I said, I'm not. Like, no, you're my friend. And then she's like, can I pay you in yarn? And I was like, yeah, I'll work for yarn. So this particular friend does a lot of amigurumi. So she's like 4-weight and above. Sometimes she even doubles up 4-weight, she told me. So a few of these were some that she had for her business in a stash that were just too fine for her, and you'll see when I show them to you, they're pretty much exactly like what Shannon is looking for. So and then I have a couple other yarns I'm going to show you real quick that are just kind of fun and unfortunately discontinued, but you might have them in your stash. So here is the first yarn from Ice, and this is an acrylic. I got my readers on so I can actually tell you the stats, because I am not super familiar with ice yarns. So I'd had one other ice yarn haul, but I had gotten that yarn from the Yarn Nut, who is, I think, in Florida, possibly Michigan. I can't remember if it was a snowbird situation, but I do not believe her shop is up and running anymore. So it was kind of neat because whilst the ice yarns were a little bit higher priced per yarn, you could get a few yarn if you wanted to try it without having to pay all the shipping and all of that stuff. So the only other ice yarn I have experienced was from the Yarn Nut. So this is fun yarn. You can see these are definitely wound a little bit different, but you can see this is the same yarn, the same colors, just, kind of how it is wound. So let's take a look. I'll put this right up here for you if you want to see that. So this is called Nice Baby. The number is 71179. And I have no idea if this is still available or not. I don't know, but I just thought I'd give you the info anyway. It says it is a medium 4-weight. It recommends a 5mm hook. This is 100 grams and it is 195 meters. So, a little over 200 yards. And it says this is 100% premium acrylic. So a very fun, it is like a striped yarn. So I have enjoyed striped yarns and I have not enjoyed striped yarns depending on the project. I know for me, I do not like striped yarns in any project that works in the round or in a square, because I feel like you get some unintentional color pooling, and I haven't had the greatest results. I've had it heavy on one side in one color, so that hasn't been my favorite. But I absolutely love, love, love striped yarns in diagonal projects. So anything with a corner to corner, whether you're doing a corner to corner shawl or blanket or scarf or whatever, I do love those. If I have any videos with those, I will link them. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but this is very, very soft and squishy, and I think this will be a fun yarn to work up for possibly, I feel like I should at least keep one and make something for myself. But then, possibly do the other 3 as a smaller project. I feel like I could do a fun, diagonal corner to corner infinity scarf. And if I kept one for myself, that would give me 3 others that I could sell in my vendor situation. And I think this would be nice as far as it is a budget yarn. It's acrylic, it's not wool. And this might be fun in the fall time. So super excited about Nice Baby. Actually, I think she gave me 2 packages of those. Yes, she did. So the next ones of these, she also gave me 2 packages of each colorway of this yarn, and she gave me 5 different colorways. So there's 10 of these packages, and there are 4 yarns in each package. That is 40 yarns. I would try to pick out a favorite out of these, but I honestly can't. Like, they're all really amazing colorways that have me super excited. And this does remind me of a yarn that I have previously used. I am not going to be able to think of it off the top of my head, but I will link the video for you where I made a boho shawl, and it was a yarn from Michaels. It was like one of their house brands. You know what? I'll just put it up here. I'll look it up later and put it up here. But that's what this reminds me of. So it is acrylic. I'm going to go ahead and show you the first one that I have open because I had to look at it. So this is, the package is sliding off. So this is what it looks like. Here are two, like again, this is the same colorway. These are just wound slightly different. I'll bring this up here if you want a little bit closer look at that. This is called Rainbow. It is also 100% premium acrylic. 100 grams, 240 meters, so a little more than that as far as yardage goes. And it is, I believe it, I can't tell if it says it's a 4 or a 3 weight, but I think it's a 4. I need to get stronger readers. These are the old prescriptions. Well, not prescriptions. You know what I'm saying. It's like the roving style, and the colors are really pretty. Now, aside from the Michaels yarn, this also kind of reminds me of Red Heart Unforgettable, if you had ever worked with that, which is very, very pretty. And then I haven't ever used it, but Hobby, or Hobby, whatever, has a yarn that, to me, online looks similar. I want to say it might be called, like, Universe, possibly. There's, like, a thin one and a thick one, but I think the thick one is just, like, a 4 weight. And they have a lot of colorways in that, like more colorways than Red Heart Unforgettable, more colors than Michaels. I think these would make like great bandana scarves, like maybe with some fringe on it. Yeah, so there's like over 250 yards. I feel like I could make a nice scarf type situation, and one isn't big enough to do a full shawl. Don't get me wrong, like I feel like these would be really, really amazing to make into a lacy shawl and have a lot of fringe on, and then like put on a Fleetwood Mac album and spin, right? Maybe that's just me. But that's probably not going to be my average buyer. Maybe it is, I don't know. But this is the very first colorway, and I'm super excited. It's definitely like teal and gray and a pink and kind of a burgundy and a little bit of a tan. So the stats on all of these are the same. This is all rainbow. This one right here, see, this one really reminds me of the Michaels one where they have, I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't like, it was something like witchy, I thought, like something Halloween-y, where it had like some green and purple and black. So that is fun. I mean, there's a lot of pink and black in this, and it looks like the green is just a little more of like a highlight, if you want to call it that. It's just the least amount in there. So very pretty there. It might be just like a little bit of a deep purple right there too, I'm kind of seeing. So that is fun. Here is the next rainbow, and this has got some really pretty blues, greens, not like a teal, but like a blue, a true blue, kind of a yellowy green, and then it's got an orange and a brown. So obviously like Shannon colors again. And yeah, I'm like, this is very pretty. I don't know if I've seen one that is similar in this colorway or not. Like I said, literally all of these like could be my favorite. So this one is browns and purples, which I always do love, like a muddy browny purple color. So that is very fun. I do like that a lot. And there's some white in here too, you can see. So very pretty. And then one more of the ice yarns to show you. I mean, same yarn. It's the last of the colorway that I got from my friend. This one is like much brighter, so you can see like that bright orange and the bright pink and the like bright turquoise in there. There's green. Let me show you just with the other colorways, because this one, like I said, this one seems to be like the most colorful and maybe have the most colors, and it really seems to be the one that looks kind of the most different when it is wound up there. So very, very pretty. Again, all of these go super well with all of the colors that I love. And then I was this is a different friend now, but I was out doing some like antiquing and thrifting with another friend, and there's one particular store I like to go to, and there is usually some really, really nice crafts, yarns, fabrics, and stuff there. Everything is clean, it's not smoky. And I found a yarn, and when I saw it, I was like, this could be fun. To me, it had that like Y2K type of feel to it, and I will pull it up here right now because I had to look it up when I got home, and it is of course discontinued, but it is Caron Dazzle Air. So I thought this was super fun. It almost kind of reminds me of the Super Saver Brushed as far as like the little bit of halo on there. And I got quite a few of these. Now the funny thing is that, I guess it's not on these, but the original price tag for whoever bought it, whenever they did at whatever store, they paid $1.49 and I paid $1.50 for it used. It's funny, inflation. But I really like these colors. They very much, it like was reminiscent of like a 90s, 2000 type of feel. This is light jade and mauve. So very fun. And I have already been working with a project, and I forgot to bring it up here, but what I will do is I will keep talking and put that footage on here. So I started working on this project. I'm going to make it into like another Bolero Shrug, like updated type of project, similar to the one I did maybe last summer or the summer before that. That was a mesh stitch. I always have trouble saying that. But I've got one panel worked up already in the mauve, and I am going to start on a second panel. And to be honest, this might be a super fun project as well for that ice yarn rainbow. But it's not like a pattern. I just found a stitch in a crochet book I have and started working with that. And I absolutely love how it turned out because it's just 2 panels I'm going to sew together. So keeping it simple. I will be sure to share that with you when the time comes. But for now, I hope you enjoyed these ice yarns and some vintage Caron Dazzle Air. I looked it up, and like there's some really cool colorways. So if you have it in your stash from who knows when, dig that out because that's fun yarn. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for talking yarn with me.